For centuries, an intriguing tale has captivated and inspired millions around the world. It's the story of the woman with the issue of blood, a mysterious figure who traversed through time, leaving behind a legacy of courage and faith. Legend has it that she was an ordinary woman whose life was marked by an unusual medical condition, a continuous and inexplicable flow of blood. In a time when menstruation was often associated with impurity and shame, the woman with the issue of blood challenged these ancient beliefs and refused to be ashamed of her condition. Instead, she embraced her uniqueness and found strength in her own vulnerability. Her journey was fraught with challenges and adversities, but she never gave up. Instead, she became a symbol of resilience and perseverance, inspiring others to accept and celebrate their own imperfections. The story of the woman with the issue of blood is a powerful reminder that our weaknesses can turn into our greatest source of power, and that true courage lies in being true to oneself, regardless of societal expectations. To understand the story of the woman with the issue of blood, it is essential to delve into the historical context of first-century Palestine. In this land of ancient traditions and religious fervor lived a woman whose life would be marked by an extraordinary encounter. She was an ordinary inhabitant of the region, facing the everyday challenges that characterized life at that time and place. However, her journey would take an unexpected turn when she encountered a man whose words and actions deeply touched her. This man was Jesus of Nazareth, an itinerant preacher who attracted crowds with his messages of love, forgiveness, and hope. The woman with the issue of blood, whose identity remained unknown throughout the centuries, was propelled by fervent faith and a desperate need for healing. She believed that touching Jesus' garments could bring relief to her chronic condition. And so, amidst the crowd that thronged around Jesus, she reached out and touched the fringe of his cloak. What followed was a moment of transformation. The flow of blood that had afflicted her for so long ceased instantly, and she was healed. This encounter, recorded in the Gospels of the New Testament, became one of the most poignant and emblematic episodes of Jesus' life. For the woman with the issue of blood, it was an encounter that changed her life forever, filling her with gratitude and awe for the divine power manifested through that simple and humble man. The story of the woman with the issue of blood continues to resonate through the centuries, reminding us of the power of faith, hope, and perseverance, and inspiring us to seek healing and redemption amidst life's adversities. According to biblical accounts, the woman with the issue of blood suffered from a chronic illness, a flow of blood that had afflicted her for 12 years. Desperate for a cure, she threw herself into the crowd following Jesus, believing that touching his garments would suffice to bring about healing. And her act of faith was not in vain. By touching the Master's garments, she was instantly healed. This miraculous event not only relieved her physical suffering, but also renewed her faith and hope for a better future. The story of the woman with the issue of blood is a powerful testimony to the power of faith and compassion, and continues to inspire and touch the hearts of people around the world to this day. Imagine the mix of emotions that flooded the woman in that moment: gratitude, relief, and perhaps even a little fear. But Jesus not only healed her, he acknowledged and honored her, calling her daughter and commending her faith. This gesture of recognition and encouragement surely filled her heart with joy and admiration. The woman with the issue of blood was no longer an anonymous figure in the crowd, but a beloved and valued person by the one who healed her. This experience not only transformed her physical health, but also strengthened her faith and her identity as part of the community of those who followed Jesus. The story of the woman with the issue of blood reminds us of the transformative power of love and compassion, and how a personal encounter with Jesus can change our lives forever. The story of the woman with the issue of blood doesn't end there. Her testimony of healing and faith spread rapidly, inspiring others to seek Jesus' help. And so her story became part of the vast and profound legacy left by Jesus Christ. By sharing her experience of healing and the power of faith, she became a beacon of hope for all those facing similar challenges. Her journey not only impacted those who witnessed her healing, but also echoed through the centuries, reminding us of the importance of faith, compassion, and the transformative power of God's love. The story of the woman with the issue of blood continues to inspire and strengthen those who seek healing and redemption in their own lives, showing us that even in the darkest moments, there is always hope and light. The story of the woman with the issue of blood reminds us of the power of faith, the importance of persistence, and God's unconditional love for each of us. May we find inspiration in her journey and allow ourselves to trust in the transformative power of divine love. May her story encourage us to never give up, even in the face of the most challenging circumstances, and to always keep hope alive in our hearts. May we learn from her courage and determination, and may we be strengthened by the certainty that, just as the woman with the issue of blood found healing and redemption, we too can find peace and restoration in God. May her story be a constant reminder of the unwavering love that God has for each of us, and may it inspire us to live a life of faith, hope, and love.